What is this love? This love is a quiet contentment. It doesn't shout or make a fuss. It doesn't care for the attention of others. This love thrives in everyday places, at the kitchen table, in sandy shoes and on long drives. It is steadfast and strong. It respects and appreciates. This love is natural and easy. It is the most special gift and the greatest privilege. It isn't perfect, but it is right. With this love we are safe, we can do anything and we can go anywhere. We can stay still together. This love is all we need for a lifetime.
Good afternoon, everyone. On behalf of the Northumberland Registration Service and the management and staff at Doxford Barns, I would like to welcome you here for the marriage of Dan and Sarah. Do you, Dan, take Sarah here present to be your lawful wedded wife, to be loving, loyal and faithful to her for the rest of your lives together?
I do.
And do you, Sarah, take Dan here present to be your lawful wedded husband, to be loving, loyal and faithful to him for the rest of your lives together?
I do.
The symbolic vows that you are about to make are a way of saying to one another, you know, all of those things that we've promised and hoped and dreamed? Well, I meant it, every word. Look at one another and remember this moment in time. Before this moment, you've been many things to one another. Acquaintance, friend, companion, lover, dancing partner, and teacher. You've learnt lots from one another. Now, you will say a few words that will take you across the threshold of life, and things will never quite be the same. For these vows, you will say to the world, this is my husband, and this is my wife.
I, Daniel David Josephs, take you, Sarah Grace Wales, to be my wedded wife.
I, Sarah Grace Swale, take you, Daniel David Josephs, to be my wedded husband.
Sarah, from this day forward,
Dan, from this day forward,
I promise to share my life with you,
I promise to give you my love,
friendship and support,
to laugh with you through good times.
and to be by your side through bad,
I promise to confide and trust in you.
to respect you and be faithful to you.
I promise to always value and appreciate you.
These promises I make to you for the rest of our lives.
These promises I make to you for the rest of our lives.
Dan and Sarah, you have both made the declarations required by law and have made solemn and binding promises to each other. I ask all your family and friends here today, having witnessed this marriage ceremony and your commitments to each other, to join with me in wishing you both success and happiness in your future life. It therefore gives me great pleasure to see you are now united as husband and wife. And I think you know what comes next. You may now kiss your beautiful bride.
Wow. Hi, everyone. Hi, everyone. So first of all, wow, Mr. and Mrs. Josephs. What a fantastic service it was. Just a wonderful celebration. I want to start by welcoming everyone to Sarah and Dan's wedding on behalf of the newlyweds, Mr. and Mrs. Joseph, and to those who've travelled a distance to be with us today. Really appreciate you making the trip. So we'll raise a few glasses, I think, as we go. But Claire and I couldn't be more proud of Sarah today, and I know David and Elizabeth of Dan. Today is the day I am allowed to talk about my amazing daughter and be as effusive as I like without interruption. So I intend to. I remember a very happy weekend when Sarah decided English would be her chosen subject at university. And we shared a road trip to Cambridge and Oxford with my dad and captured a wonderful photo of him at the lectern of the Bodleian Library. So you can imagine his pride attending Sarah's English graduation at Durham. And Grandad Colin, as the Leeds Carnegie graduate, would be particularly proud of your love, Sarah, for running and the company netball team in Leeds. What a beautiful circle of life. So Claire and I have always been so proud of how hard Sarah works, an application that Sarah and Dan both share. Dan having studied at night to become an accountant on top of his day job. As parents, we're all so proud of you both and the way you redeveloped your first home in Leeds with love and sheer hard work, and now in Whitley Bay. And Dan, thank you for the love you've always shown to Sarah through your 13 years together, and the support you've given her on her professional journey. I'm not sure, to be honest, I can give you any advice really, other than don't expect to win an argument, so don't even try. So, here we go. Sarah, you're the most amazing daughter, loving, caring, kind, compassionate, and truly authentic. Thank you for being by my side and Mum's through life. You're a wonderful big sister to Gracie, Luca, and Jacob, and we all love you so, so much. So finally, be deeply happy together. Always take care of each other. Be unashamedly selfish about your relationship, and put your own family unit above anything else in life. We all love you so much. To Sarah and Dan.
I had actually written a pretty good speech myself for today, and it was probably a little bit better than yours actually, Martin, but the dog ate it, so you're just going to have to make do with what I've got now. So firstly, my new wife and I would like to thank you all for coming and sharing this special day with us. We always said to each other that when we got married, we wanted this just to feel like a big party with our closest family and friends, and by you all being here, that's just made it possible, and it really means the world to us. I know the barn's a little bit out of the way, but we're just absolutely in love with this venue, and a lot of you have travelled great distances to be here. You've had to get babysitters, dog sitters, taken holiday from work and booked hotels. So we're just really touched that you've all made the effort to be here today, so thank you. Yeah, so Claire, I felt like your son-in-law for a long time, if I'm honest, and I'm hoping now being legal it won't change that. I think of all our parents here, you've probably had to deal with the most from Sarah and I on a sort of day-to-day level. We've lived in your house, I've rolled in drunk on Christmas Eve, you've had to put up with our bickering, and just for the record, Claire usually takes my side in that. But despite all that, you've always been incredibly supportive and encouraging of our relationship, and you've made it so very easy and natural for us. And Martin, equally, you've made me feel like part of the family right from the beginning, from Christmases at the Cunninghams, to taking me to Chamonix and trying to teach me to ski, not that it went very well, and countless birthday celebrations with Elle, Gracie and the boys. You've made me feel like part of this Swales family unit, and yeah, so thank you for that. And I know Sarah values your opinion extremely deeply, far more than she values mine. And to know I've hopefully convinced you that I'm the right person for your daughter just means the world to me. So thank you. Okay, right, on to the bride, my wife, the new Mrs. Sarah Grace Josephs. Now, I feel so lucky to have been able to marry Sarah in this beautiful venue. Now, I met Sarah what is a fairly long time ago, and I think when you know someone for so long, you learn so much about them, and your favourite things about them change over time as you sort of share experiences and you grow together. And obviously in the beginning, Sarah was absolutely blown away by my long blonde hair and my eclectic taste in music. And now she's more impressed about how many shelves I can put up in a day, or if I put the washing machine on. It's funny how things change, isn't it? Not quite as cool now. But if you'd asked me my favourite things about Sarah all those years ago, I would have said she's intelligent, she's funny, she's extremely thoughtful, has the most infectious laugh, and she's obviously absolutely stunning. She was also excellent at covering a bar shift when I wanted to go out in town with Carlo. But I'd also now add to that, one of my favourite things about Sarah is how she makes other people feel. And in particular, rather selfishly, me. Sarah's made me more confident, she's given me more purpose, she's made me a better and more rounded individual, and I feel like I can achieve anything I want to in life with you by my side. We've already been on such an incredible adventure together. From Frankie's and Benny's in Bolden, we've got degrees, changed careers, qualified in our professions, we've climbed mountains, we've ran marathons, moved our lives all the way to Leeds and back, and of course we've got Penn. And then you throw in a decent amount of travelling and a few house renovations, and we've had quite the 13.5 years. I think we're an amazing team, and we always try to be true to ourselves, and this just felt like the right time and the right next step for us to get married today. So I'm so excited to continue our adventure together with my best friend as a married couple. So will you all please raise a glass to the beautiful bride, Sarah.